So you quit your job in January. How was that? What kind of impact did that have? And did you get more motivated? Did you manage to scale the agency a lot quicker then? Like, how did that work?
Oh, it definitely motivated me because when I quit my full-time job in January, it was actually my slowest month. So I did about 500 to 1,000 pounds. And I was like, I need to work hard to get the revenue going because I need to go back otherwise.
Yeah.
But then I really focused on outreach, recording clubs and everything. And then in February, I jumped to 5K right away, which really helped me out. And one of my closest friends started helping me. I actually hired him full-time 2 months ago, and he helped me for about 3 to 4 months without getting paid. So I'm really thankful to him as well.
Oh, nice. That's amazing. And what position are you in now in the company?
Now this month we're gonna generate probably 13 to 14,000 pounds.
Nice. That's incredible. What's up, guys? Jordan here. Today we're joined by Aleksander. He's a member of the Affluent Academy and he owns Platten agency. Man, I can't wait to jump into this one. We've got a really good story to tell today, guys. So Aleksander, firstly, thank you for being here, man. And the way we like to start these is with a bit of a backstory. So if you could bring people up to speed as to who you are and what you were doing before your agency and what led you to wanting to launch one.
Cool. Thank you, Jordan, for having me. So after I graduated high school, I wanted really to play basketball professionally, actually. I played one season in Denmark, but afterwards I stopped, unfortunately, and I moved to the UK. I started working in a restaurant, and I was working for that company for almost 5 years. But at around maybe I would say it was 2019. I went on a holiday with a couple of friends to Tenerife in Spain, and I had a really good time. And I was like, I need to have more of these holidays. So how I can do it with my full-time job, I won't have enough time to do it. So I started to look for ways to make money online. I started a couple of different businesses, building websites, teaching people how to build websites, affiliate marketing, and nothing worked, unfortunately. But when the pandemic hit, I was like, I'm going to start something new and I'm going to give my 110%, because now I'm going to have a lot of time, because time was an issue for me before, because I was a manager at that restaurant and our restaurant was doing around 3 to 4 million a year. So I was in a pretty big restaurant. I didn't have enough time, but when the pandemic hit, I had enough time. So I joined the Affluent Academy, and it's been a year and a half now, and it's been going really good.
Nice, man. Glad to hear it. It's interesting. You're one of them people that grasped the pandemic. There were so many people that like jumped in, saw this opportunity, or like didn't even see the opportunity. They just were at home and they were suddenly on furlough or whatever, getting paid whilst they're at home. And there was like this real divide between a lot of people in the entrepreneurship space or in the general space, like people who always say, oh, I want to be successful, I want to own my own business, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then they're sat on their asses not doing anything all day, just because they're getting paid, because they're comfortable. Yeah. And like people didn't realize that as terrible as the pandemic was, like it was probably like one of the biggest opportunities of our lifetime when it came to actually like time freedom for people who were in a job, because there are people that would give anything to be able to like have like 3 months off their job and still get paid and be able to start a business. But for whatever reason, there was a big portion of people still that wasn't enough for them to actually to grasp. If God knows why. I mean, I know why. I mean, it's complacency and it's laziness. But props to you for making the most of that. But I imagine it wasn't an easy ride to start a new agency in the pandemic. What was that like? What were the initial stages of the agency like?
So the initial stages were I had a friend who owned an agency at that time. He had a small agency on about like 3 to 4 clients. So he was helping me a lot alongside joining the academy. And when I joined the academy, I got in touch with quite a lot of people from the group, and they helped me a lot. So I'm really thankful for the other guys as well.
Nice. That's good, man. So how long did it take for you to get your first clients? And was that a straight path? Like what kind of failures did you have over that first year?
Yeah. So in the beginning, I had probably around 10 meetings and I didn't sign a client.
Yeah.
And the first client that I actually signed was an in-face meeting. I met him at the restaurant. He was a client and he was telling me about his new brand. I was telling him, and I told him that I do marketing. So we sat down, we discussed, and I signed him up. We did 3.5 ROAS within the first month.
Nice.
But he decided not to move forward, unfortunately. And after that, I got pretty busy with work. So I left the agency a little bit on the side. But I got back to him during November, right before Black Friday. And then I signed 3 to 4 clients. And in January, I quit my full-time job.
Nice. Happy days. It's interesting that you kind of had that break and then came back to it as well. I often see quite a few people do that. Like you get started, and I think it's because we have to become accustomed to the fact that it's not really that easy. Like any business isn't easy. And I think that we quite often come into something with the mindset of, I'm going to do this, I'm going to sign up a couple of clients, I'll be making 10K in a couple of months. And then it gets a little bit tough and you're like, let me wait for a bit. And then for whatever reason, that why is digging into you and you're like, I'm back at the job and it's not working. And so then you're fully committed with a new, fresh mind. Sometimes that's all you need. I was speaking to Lucas from Hamby Media yesterday, who lost all his clients in lockdown. And he was saying like, it was just the biggest blessing for him because now he's making 4 times he was before lockdown because he just was able to look at everything with a completely clean slate.
Yeah. No, one of the biggest things for me to get used to was getting used to the many rejections. Because getting on the meetings, not signing clients, people telling you no all the time when you outreach, it was really hard for me to get used to it.
Is there anything you did to make that easier?
Not particularly, though. I was just like, I guess it's part of the process, so I'll just keep going.
Yeah, you just keep you get them and you're just like, okay, here we go. To be honest, it's like it's one of those things that, like, it's almost something you have to just enjoy. Like it's a game. It's like, oh, okay, well, that was that. Let's move on. And you can't. I think it's important to just detach yourself emotionally from those moments. We had a client leave us yesterday, first time in months that a client has left us. And the most annoying thing is we're actually getting the results, and they're a big client, like a 5-figure a month client. So it's mega frustrating. Like I jumped on this call with Joe and I was like analyzing what we could have done differently. And then there was this moment in the call and I was like, what are we doing? Like, why are we sat here thinking about what we could have done differently? Why don't we just focus on getting some new clients? Like it's wasting time on what could have been and just focus on the next. And I think that's really important. You have to be able to let go of it. And it's the same with ads. You got to be able to let go of ads emotionally. You can't be constricted to them. So you quit your job in January. How was that? What kind of impact did that have? And did you get more motivated? Did you manage to scale the agency a lot quicker then? Like how did that work?
Oh, it definitely motivated me because when I quit my full-time job in January, it was actually my slowest month. So I did about 500 to 1,000 pounds. And I was like, I need to work hard to get the revenue going because I need to go back otherwise. But then I really focused on outreach, recording clumps and everything. And then in February, I jumped to 5K right away, which really helped me out. And one of my closest friends started helping me. I actually hired him full time 2 months ago, and he helped me for about 3 to 4 months without getting paid. So I'm really thankful to him as well.
Oh, nice. That's amazing. And what position are you in now in the company?
Now this month we're gonna generate probably 13 to 14,000 pounds.
Nice. That's incredible. And it's only the only way is up from now. Like the upturn from now, when you reach this point and you've got enough people to sustain referrals and you've got case studies, like it's like the hard part is all done. That's amazing. What would you say are 2 of the most important things that you've learned from quitting your job and then actually scaling the agency? Because it's obviously a lot has changed this year versus last year. I don't know whether that's mental space, whether that's like tweaks or sales process. What have you changed this year to get the results?
I would say one of the key things was looking at data, because I have an Excel sheet where I keep all of the data from the agency, outreach, ads, everything. So every month, at the end of every month, I really can see where is the bottleneck, what we should improve, and then working on it. So I think this is one of the things. But the other one was just being consistent with outreach and signing up clients. I think these 2 have really helped me out.
For sure. What is the outreach strategy looking like at the moment? What platforms are you reaching out on? Are you just emailing or calling? What's the strategy?
So we've never cold call. I did try in the beginning. I did probably about 6 to 10 cold calls, but I was like, this is not for me. But at the moment we're doing Facebook and Instagram. We're outreaching on email, and we recently started on LinkedIn as well.
Okay, nice. What are you finding is working best for you?
I would say it's 50-50 between email and DMs on Instagram.
Okay, that's cool. And when you're DMing, are you DMing the business page or are you DMing like the business owner?
In the beginning, we were trying to find the business owner. I DM'd them, but we had a couple of business owners telling me that finding their personal Instagram page is too much. They would rather get outreach on the business page. So we stopped there and we're outreaching just on the business page.
Fair enough. We're still doing business owners. We're digging into them, but we do business pages as well if we can't find them. But no, it's just interesting to hear your take on that. So I presume you're kind of managing everything in the agency yourself at the minute, or do you have anybody on in the team? Like what's the next steps with the company?
So at the moment we're a team of 6. We're 3 people full-time and 3 people part-time. Managing that, it's me and 2 more people. I am managing about 12 clients. And the other 2 people are managing 6 and 1. The reason that the last person is managing just 1 is because this is his first month, and I'm just want to see how he's going to perform. And if he does well, I'm going to give him more.
Yeah. How have you found that process from kind of working and then hiring people? What was the learning curve there?
It was really hard for me to give someone else to manage my clients. But I guess it's part of the process, and I just work closely with the person that manages the accounts. We get on calls almost every day. We go to the accounts, communicate and everything. But she's doing very well, though. She actually has been working for Facebook for the past 2 years, so she knows what she's doing.
Nice. Oh, nice. Yeah. Easy. You can get your accounts reopened if they get banned.
Yeah.
What services are you offering to your clients?
We were doing only Facebook and Instagram ads in the beginning, but since I'm going to say in the past 2 months, we have started doing TikTok and Pinterest ads, and we also started doing email marketing for one of our clients.
Oh, that's cool. How have you found Pinterest ads? I haven't actually, I've used all the others, but I haven't used Pinterest.
A bit of mixed feelings. It's working really well for businesses that sells, let's say, women's clothing and jewelry. But for others, it's not a good platform.
What kind of ROAS can you get on that? Because I've actually got we've got quite a few women's clothing brands. It seems to be the most common inbound lead that we get for some reason.
Yeah, same here.
But so what is it? Is the ROAS considerably better than on Facebook and Instagram?
No, it's definitely not better, but it is sustainable. I'm going to say because we work with jewelry and clothing brands primarily. With the jewelry brands, it's easier on Pinterest than the clothing ones.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Nice. I'll get the gents on that. We'll start testing out some Pinterest ads. So looking to the future with the agency, what are your goals from the business? Like away from maybe just, I mean, it's good to hear financial targets, but like what are you hoping to gain from the agency within your life? I know you mentioned about holidays and everything, but I imagine like being able to travel, but I imagine you're super busy at the moment with the company. So what's like the long-term vision? What's the long-term play here?
I really want to get the agency to a place where we can offer all of the services. And let's say, for example, when we get a client, we can offer them Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and email marketing all together, like a full package. And maybe I really want to get into real estate in a couple of years once I get an agency to, let's say, to a certain revenue. So yeah, that's my plan for the future.
Yeah, cool. What does that do for you though? What are you working towards in your life financially? Like what is being like financially free mean to you?
I really don't have a specific like a revenue goal or a target. In the beginning, when I started the agency, as I told you, I was really looking for holidays, freedom, and stuff. But I started to really enjoy growing the agency stuff. So I haven't set a goal for myself at the moment.
You definitely get a bug. There's like this bug that you get, and you start running the business and you say, oh, hey, I'll make $5,000 and then I'll be happy, or I'll make 10K and I'll be happy. And then all of a sudden it's just like you get addicted to the actual growth, don't you? And scaling. It's also why it's such a good business for entrepreneurs, because same with your clients, like you get to live that through them as well. When you get them results, you get to feel that energy from them of their growth, which is great. So, okay. So what would you say to somebody who is like at the start of their agency right now? They are maybe at a bit of a brick wall, like, because I imagine you have been in that place, like at the end of last year, and you just quit your job at the start of this year. So you're in a place where you need to get shit done. You put yourself in an uncomfortable position. What would you say to somebody in that position who doesn't really know what to do next?
I would say just start and don't give up. As I told you in the beginning of this call, I was playing basketball and I really wanted to be a professional basketball player. I wasn't the best, but I wasn't the worst either. I was average, and I think I could have had a career, but I gave up too early. And this really taught me a lesson that if you keep going, it's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah, 100%.
So, sorry, I would just say, like, keep going and work towards your dreams, and it's gonna happen.
Yeah, 100%. Just small steps every single day. I was adding something in the academy the other day, which said, like, you should just aim to improve yourself 1% every day. Because if you do that, then you're 37% improvement every single year. So, like, people so often try and go cold turkey and then like jump into something that's like they completely change their life overnight. If they want to join the gym, they go to the gym 7 days a week, or they go 5 days a week, and then within a couple of weeks' time, they give up because it's just such a change to their life. They can't rely on the mental motivation to continue doing it. So if you just do a little thing, just focus on outreach in 10, 20 companies a day, start off with that. You can work your way up to 50 companies a day, whatever. But like, as long as you just make small baby steps, you are going to get there in the end. It's when people give up that they don't get results. That's the bottom line.
Exactly. Yeah.
For sure. All right. Amazing, man. Well, if people want to follow your journey, they want to see more about your agency, they want to just check out how you're doing, what are the best platforms for them to reach you on? Because I'll put some links in the description.
Yeah, I would say the best platform to reach out to me is Instagram.
Cool. Amazing. Well, I'll put some links in the description if you can send some over to me, and we'll get them over. Great, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this interview. Make sure you subscribe. Check out Aleksander and Tyson Agency. The only way is up for these guys right now. So it's exciting times. Keep me updated as well. We'll get another interview in for 12 months time. Cool. Have a great day.
Thank you, John.
Cheers,
Thank you. You too, man.